Hello and welcome everyone to the daily news analysis of 7th of February 2024। तो आज के इतना सारे इम्पोर्टेंट आर्टिकल हम लोग डिस्कस करने वाले हैं वन बाय वन। तो चलिए देखते हैं। पहला जो आर्टिकल है, उत्तराखंड टेबल्स यूसीसी बिल इन असेंबली। In what he called a historic moment, Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami tabled the state's Uniform Civil Code bill in the assembly on Tuesday. The opposition termed it a poll gimmick. If the bill is passed, Uttarakhand will become the first state in independent India to enact a uniform law of all communities with regard to marriage, divorce, succession, and live-in relationship. In fact, Goa also has a uniform civil code for people from all religion, as it retained the Portuguese civil code of 1867 after its liberation in 1961. However, the scheduled tribes, who constitutes 2.9% of the state's population, have been kept out of the ambit of the bill. According to Mr. Dhami, the bill would end evil practices such as halala and iddat. Apart from matters related to divorce, the bill has provision on live-in relations and property inheritance. Under the UCC, marriage will only take place only between one man and one woman. Special attention has been paid to the rights of the children and their protection, whether legitimate or illegitimate. The age of marriage has been set at 21 years for boys and 18 years for girls, she said. The Chief Minister said that the legislation did not tamper with the tradition and custom of any religion, caste, or sect. The Chief Minister added that after the UCC bill was passed, Uttarakhand would become the first state to implement uniform laws for all. In matters related to divorce, men and women would have the same rights, he said. The UCC bill provides for a 3-year imprisonment of or a fine of 1 lakh or both for a person found committing halala. The Chief Minister asked the opposition to support the bill. However, leader of the opposition, Yaspal Arya, said that he failed to understand the logic behind the urgency being shown by the BJP government in tabling the bill. They expect us to read such a lengthy document which was submitted a couple of days ago and start the discussion. It looks like the government is trying to hide something, he said. The bill says that if one person in a married couple changes his religion without the consent of the other person, then the other person will have the full right to file for a divorce and maintenance allowance. It will also prohibit a second marriage if one of the spouses is alive. The bill will make it mandatory to register marriage and divorces following which the couple concerned will be deprived of the benefits of all government facilities. In case of divorce or domestic dispute between husband and wife, the custody of any child up to 5 years of the age will remain with the mother. The bill also has a stringent provision for failure to register live-in relationship. If a couple does not register their live-in status with the district administrations within a month, they can face a maximum punishment of up to 3 months imprisonment. Also, if live-in partners share any false information during the registration, they will face imprisonment for up to 3 months or fine not exceeding 25,000 or both. The children born out of such living relationship will be considered the legitimate children of the couple under UCC. The next article, leave us out of your complete conflict. Naga organization tell Meitei and Kukiju community, claiming that the Nagas are increasingly becoming victims of an ethnic conflict. They are not involved in apex organization of the Naga in Manipur. The United Naga Council he has asked the Meiteis and Kokiju to insulate the community from the violent clashes erupting in the state. The UNC made the request to the two communities while issuing a list of atrocities committed against the Naga, both in Meitei dominated in Imphal Valley as well as hills, which are primarily Inhabited by the Kokejo people, the Methi, Nagas, and Kokejo from the principal communities in Manipur, the Nagas. Since the conflict between Meithis and Kokejo broke out on May 3 last year, he decided on a position of neutrality, declining to take a side. Caught in the crossfire. The first instance of the community being caught in the crossfire, however, took place on May 24 when four Naga women from Ukhrul were attacked by a mob in Imphal. A Liang Mai Naga house was burnt down at Lake Mang Hong on June 18, while a marine Naga woman was shot dead in Imphal on July 16, and the UNC said in a statement on February 2. A Liang Mai farmer was beaten on Imphal Taimei Road on September 5 for refusing to pay illegal tax, and a Naga leader was fired at in Kang, Kangpukri, Kangpuk, Kangpukki on September 27, said the UNC, adding that three Tangkhul Nagamen were beaten up by armed groups in Imphal on December 3. On December 11, two Rongmei Naga girls were thrashed in Bisnupur Bazar in Imphal Valley, and a Naga driver from the Tangmong received a similar treatment in Imphal a week later. Four Naga girls working at a beauty parlor in Imphal were abducted, the statement alleged. Within the space of 2 days in January, a Tangkhul boy and two Zeliangrong men were kidnapped from the Imphal Mantripukri and Bishnupur district respectively, the UNC said. If there were not enough roads leading to Naga villages have been cut off or blocked, and armed extremists and women have been checked, frisking and extorting from Nagas along the national highways in the hills. Radical groups and women vigilantes have been similarly frisking, looting, abducting, and extorting from Nagas in the Imphal Valley, the UNC pointed out. Protests have been excuse me, Churches have been burnt and demolished, and a sacrilegious act committed inside religious places of worship by radicals in the name of waging war against a community. It is said the organization said the common admission of mistaken identity had been cited in all these acts of violence, intimidations, disrespect, and insult. Then call for restraints. In the interest of the peace, despite the extreme provocations, Nagas have addressed the many sensitive situations and sought to resolve them through customary laws and practices. Yet, time and again, our people have been attacked with impunity, making a mockery of many agreements and resolutions for restoration of peace and good relations. Sorry. The UNC said the apex body added that Meithei legislator by answering the radical groups Arambai Tengol's call to attend a meeting at Kangla Fort in January 24 could not claim any more to represent the entire state of Manipur, not to speak of reigning in the non-state actors. It has allowed itself to dictate and co-opted into a radicalized organization, alleged UNC. The organization urged the Meitei and Kokiju communities to immediately desist from targeting, provoking, and attacking the Nagas, their homes, and their properties in the Imphal Valley and the peripheral hill area. Should this appeal go disrespected, we will have no option but to call upon the Nagas to vacate the Imphal Valley to take up appropriate measures the thereafter. The UNC said, adding that if their community continued to be targeted in the hills, if free access to Naga towns and villages and a free passage across Naga areas would have to be prohibited. So next article है mint string street mushing. The latest bi-monthly meeting of the Reserve Bank of India's Monetary Policy Committee, whose outcomes will be revealed by the RBI Governor Shaktikant Das on Thursday, is widely expected to result in a status quo on interest rates yet again. At its last review in early December, five of the six MPC members had voted to persist with the withdrawal of accommodation stance, and the panel had raised its GDP growth forecast for the year to 7% from the 6.5%. Hope of a stance shift to neutral or slim, but it would be instructive to see the growth estimate is revisited in light of the National Statistical Office projection of 7.3% uptake in 23-24. The US Federal Reserve held interest rate for the fourth straight review last week, and the chairman Jerome Powell was vague about the proximity of the much anticipated rate cuts this year, seeking more data to establish that inflation had been reined in sustainably. India's policymaker may not take a direct cue from the US Fed, but the concerns are similar, as Governor Das had articulated in December. The 4% inflation target remains elusive for now. December's inflation rate hits a 4-month high, 5.7%. The RBI only expects it to cool to 4% in July-September phase, providing a window for a rate cut consideration if the monsoon is normal. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman's interim budget for 24-25, however, could give the central bank some more room to ease liquidity constraint in the economy. While the government did not provide a prop for weak consumption trend, it is also not ending to inflation pressures. A stronger than expected pursuit of fiscal consolidations in this year and the next, and the promise to lower gross market borrowings from the 15.4 lakh crore this year to a tad over 14 lakh crore in 24-25 should help. The minister asserted that this will free up more credit for private sector now that industry is beginning to invest at scale. Gross market borrowing at a share of a fiscal deficit will also drop below 84% from 89% this year, with foreign capital inflows into Indian government bond like to spike following their inclusion in gold global bond indices. Banks, which are the major holders of these securities and are facing elevated credit to deposit ratio growth rates, should get more space to lend. Economists expect this to help lower borrowings cost for the entire economy. Yields on government bonds have already dropped from 7.14% ahead of the budget to about 7.05% and could drop further even as systematic liquidity has improved a tad for Mint Street hawks. That is no small comfort. So, friend, this is all for today, and we will meet from tomorrow onwards with new news articles from the Hindu newspaper, which are relevant from UPSC perspectives. So, till then, keep studying and thank you for listening. Have a good day.